Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Thunder Mountain Wrestling main event presented by Urban Axyard. This will be the last main event of the season because coming up on October 19th at the Paul Herbert Middle School in Douglas, Arizona, we have Death Proof, the very final event of the season for Thunder Mountain Wrestling. And what better way to send us off than doing a special press conference with the one, the only, the Thunder Mountain Wrestling heavyweight champion, the Manimal! All right, then. Thank you, everybody, for that. Manimal, thank you so much for joining us again. Appreciate you coming by. That stare, let me tell you. Manimal, is there a statement you'd like to make before we get started here? And with that, folks, we're going to open it up to some questions. Let's go ahead right in the front, right there. Ma'am, yes, you go right ahead with your question.
Hi, Manimal. Is your pinfall to Bad News Bagoo concerning to you just leading up to this match?
Bad News Bagoo was a lucky man. Bad News Bagoo was lucky to have my brother ringside. I'm fully focused. I'm not being pinned.
All right. Red shirt right there.
Mr. Manimal, if you happen to retain your title, is there anyone who you would like to face in 2025?
Do you know how a championship works, young man? When you're the champion such as myself, you are at the peak of the mountain. Others have to climb to me.
I also have a follow-up. If Stud Bronson was to retain his Super Vader and Urban Legend titles, would you want to go after those?
Are you trying to sow disorder in the Peacemakers? Let me tell you something. The Peacemakers are eternal, and the Peacemakers are more solid and powerful than we've ever been.
Hot Rod, yeah, right ahead.
Hot Rod, Ryan Russell, Thunder Mountain Wrestling. Is there truth to any claims that you and Stud Bronson are sidelining Chivero?
Sounds like you've been having conversations with Don Carlos.
Have you spoken to Chivero?
Hot Rod, let me tell you something. And I'm going to tell you something, I'm going to be real clear with it. Have you spoken to the Chivero? He doesn't speak, Hot Rod. The man is a monster. The man is he who is below. And let me tell you something, Hot Rod. I'm telling you loud and clear. There will be a time where we will speak. There will be a time where it'll be with our fists. But that time is not now, Hot Rod. Right now, I'm laser focused on October 19th. My brother will have to wait.
All right, Noah Stone.
Hi, Champ. Noah Stone, Thunder Mountain Wrestling. I apologize for my broadcast colleague getting you a little heated. I just want to say, you've had a lot of very legendary defenses already this year here in Thunder Mountain, but this is undoubtedly your toughest challenge yet in Hernandez and Da Shade. Does it concern you that you do not have to be pinned to lose your title that you've so valiantly fought to keep?
The golden voice asking the golden question. Asking me whether or not I'm concerned to lose my title. Mr. Stone, I'm very concerned. But Mr. Stone, I'm going to have to lay down a warpath. I'm going to have to show them why I am the premier purveyor of Southwest Strong Style. I'm going to show them why I am the one who reigns supreme here in Thunder Mountain Wrestling.
Yeah, with the coat in the back and the beverage. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, champ? I just had a quick question. Do you have the winning lottery numbers for this upcoming Mega Millions? Because you are literally the luckiest son of a bitch I've ever seen in my life. Do you really think you're going to make this through this next match? Do you really believe that?
Ha, ha, ha. Dave Davies. And just like before, your perfect gesture in my court. Thank you.
You seem very angry tonight. Are you sure you're wrestling on Saturday and not the Democratic Vice President nominee?
Dave Davies, for your own safety, please return to the press row. Please have a seat and enjoy the rest of your night.
Those aren't questions. They're not real questions. Why do you do that?
Paul?
Noah, one more time.
Was that you, Paul?
I didn't do anything. I promise I didn't do anything.
Champ, one more for you. Obviously, as we've already heard tonight, there are some people who are now doubters, maybe people who have been listening to Don Carlos talk about how, in his words, you have betrayed your family, you have turned your back on people. What do you want to say to your fans to reassure them that you are still the same Manimal they love?
Again, Mr. Stone, quite the question. I'm going to take a moment to ponder. I'm going to take a moment to think about my ties to my brothers. I'm going to take a moment to share with you how painful it is for me to even hear that my oath to my brothers was challenged. My oath was never challenged. My brother is the one who feels scorned. Don Carlos is the one who believes I've turned my back on the tribe, on our family, when no, Don Carlos, I put it on our back and I rose with it to the top of the mountain. And now here I stand with Stud Bronson, the double champion, right beside me. And here is where we will stay. Blessed be the Peacemakers.
Thank you, Champ.
Yeah, right there.
Speaking of Don Carlos, was his betrayal at all unexpected to you as it was for us?
October 19th, I have Hernandez and I have Da Shade. Right now, I am not thinking of anything else. Am I pained? Of course I'm pained. Do you have a father? Have you woken up Christmas morning and what you asked for wasn't there? Have you brought home less than great grades and your father tell you how disappointed he was? How do you think I feel? But right now, that is not my concern. Right now, holding on to the Thunder Mountain Wrestling Championship and not letting down my brother Stud Bronson is what I'm concerned with. Everything else, as I said before, can wait.
Well, I guess, Champ, I mean, a lot of the questions here are directed towards the Peacemakers and the Chivero and everything happening there. I have to ask, are the Peacemakers as strong as they were before?
Paul, it pains me to hear those words slip from your lips. I'm going to assume that Dave Davies had a horrible influence on you. I'm going to tell you, Paul, just as I said, the Peacemakers are eternal. The Peacemakers are forever, and the Peacemakers are stronger than ever before. October 19th, we're going to prove it at the Paul Huber Middle School in Douglas, Arizona. I'm ready. Are my opponents? Is the rest of Thunder Mountain Wrestling? Are the fans ready?
Absolutely. I do believe the fans are... Yeah, in the back with the coat and the beverage and the Scott Sterling shirt.
Tread lightly, Davies. Tread lightly.
This question is actually for both of you. My last question for the evening. I heard that there was potentially a battle royale at this event. Is that correct? I was only asking because I heard there's going to be so much hot beef in that ring that there was a rapper producer that wanted everybody to wear white for the match.
Oh my
I didn't know if that was
All right.
possible.
All right. That's thank you, Dave. And this nice professional setting is now gone awry. I guess that's going to do it. Thank you,
He's been
Manimal.
into the sauce.
He's holding the sauce, to be honest with you. But thank you again, Manimal. I always appreciate your time. We know you're especially busy. That's what happens when you're the main event Thunder Mountain Wrestling title holder. But that's going to do it here from the Urban Agshard. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Hope to see you there October 19th, the last chance this year to watch Thunder Mountain Wrestling.